It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Buffalo Bills. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 82 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Devin Singletary certainly capable of breaking off some big runs, and he got loose on a big one there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Returning it, Justice Hill. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's got a 1st down and then some in midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 32 yards. And the Ravens are an extra extra point away from tying the football game.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Getting it to them in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Bills have taken the lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance, it's run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
They imposed their will on that last drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's got Snead. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds yards, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they'll try and run it in with Singletary. They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
To kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, he created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
He's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further.
Ravens 7.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trent Murphy. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Allen maybe with a free play. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Going to start this drive in pretty good shape. as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he has behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts, and this will be incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
2-point conversion.
Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message. And the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold it. So it's a message to the entire team that you believe in them.
Chiefs, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Rams will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
From the 31, Mahomes looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and
from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Charvarius Ward on the tackle.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Eagles 8, Chiefs nothing.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now 1st down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Boston Scott, his 1st carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A carry here for the big tight end.
Here we go.
And he's in. Touchdown. The Eagles taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, our quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll hand the football to deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to take off with it. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 27-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Good job. How that boy stepping up finally.